pain will be spread widely. That's the time of Jacob's trouble, because everybody's going to be suffering. There's going to be nothing but riots, chaos, and then martial law.
Right, not only a financial crisis by way of the austerity measures, but as well as the pestilence, cleaving, and the disease, and, you know, and then the natural disasters. And the Lord is going to hit you on every side, basically. So the only way out is through the truth.
I got you.
Go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra 8:50.
That's the one I needed to, God.
For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world.
And that's a misery to not be able to get this aid from the government, because the government made these people so dependable. So once they cut that from up under them, they're not going to know what to do. They don't have no survival tactics. They don't even know the truth. That's basically what it is. Since you don't know the truth, you're going to panic.
You know, people never knew how to self-sustain themselves and know natural ailments and natural herbs to heal themselves. So they pretty much done, yeah.
2/3 got to go anyway. So.
Because they have walked in great pride.
Right, they trusted in this devil, in this white man. That's what Isaiah 30. They trusted in this white man in his society, and he pulling the rug from up under their legs. They voted Obama in for another 4 years, and he didn't do nothing when he came into office but start wars. Go ahead, Doc.
Okay, I'm jumping down to verse 57. Moreover, they have trodden down his righteousness, and said in their heart that there is no God, yea, and that knowing they must die.
Exactly. They don't believe in the Most High. They don't believe in Yahweh Shem Shai. They believe in the white Christ and the white man.
And everybody got this I am that I am spirit, so hey, to each his own. So you gonna feel that right. I got a scripture right here. It's Jeremiah 30 and 14. It says, "All thy lovers have forgotten." You know, the lovers is the white man in the system. It says they seek thee not, right? So they're not gonna basically help you in the time of need. It says, "For I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy." So the Lord gonna be an enemy to you, Jakes, and to the white man, because he's receiving the curses too. It says, "With the chastisement of a cruel one." It says, "For the multitude of thine iniquity, because thy sins were increased," and they are increasing in 2012, leading on into 2013, because it's just gonna get worse and worse out there.
Right. I'm still off what you done. I'll wait for you done. Still off what the brother just said about the Lord using the white man. Be y'all whipping stick, basically. Psalm 17 and 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thou sword. From man which are thou hands, O Lord, from man of the world, which have their portion in this life, and whose bellies thou fillest with thou hidden treasures. That's Esau, with all the so-called riches and minerals and of the world, from so-called oil to so-called petroleum gas, controlling the so-called Arabs with the way he refined the oil, having that technology, to owning the so-called first airplane and owning the sky. They are filled of children and leave the rest of their substance to their babes. Right, they pass it on from generation to generation. My inheritance. As for me, I will behold thy face in righteousness. I shall be satisfied when I awake with thy likeness. And that's what the brother said. You got to come to the truth if you don't want that whipping stick.
And the white man got multiple different whipping sticks, with the chromium 6, with the air, okay, with the food, with the schools. That's a whipping stick.
Alright, this last point. It says, pain would be spread widely. The National Institutes of Health would lose $2.5 billion. Rental assistance for the poor will fall by $2.3 billion. That's everybody that goes to the job center in Kenosha. Because they only reason why these people so proud is because they getting this assistance, especially the women. They get these housing. They get housing, and when that get cut, they're not gonna have nowhere to stay. And the Lord said He was dividing the households anyway, because everybody gonna be dependent on themselves. It's gonna be love. It's gonna be I gotta get what I gotta get for myself basically in these days.
Yep, every man for themselves. And
it says rental assistance for the poor, and who the poor? Israelites.
yeah, that's your housing. That's your housing. That's all the government aid.
Section 8.
Subsidized housing and
Yep.
all that.
They help you pay your bills. It says for the poor will fall by 2.3 billion. Nutrition programs for women like WIC, infants and children will lose 543 million. Right. So basically, they planning on really just cutting off everything, and y'all depended on this white man. And we cut it off, y'all just gonna riot. You got a scripture?
Yeah, this is 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 14.
Yep.
Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
Right. So destruction to everybody, because not only Israel gonna be caught up in this, the white man and all the other nations that reside in America gonna be caught up in this also.
For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh.
Right.
And one people shall stand up to fight against another.
That's talking about your race riots, because when all this welfare gets cut off and you have nothing, what you think you're gonna do? Go get who has. You're gonna go after the person who has something, like the rich.
And swords in their hands.
Right. That's talking about any type of weapon, knife, gun,
For there shall be sedition among men.
uproars, like what's happening in Greece right now. They uproar because they're going through austerity measures. The same thing is gonna happen to America.
And organized the militias.
Oh, yeah.
That's
And invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes.
Right. So Lil Wayne on the list. Your Republicans, Democrats, they on the list. Go ahead.
He's gonna be the number one on the list.
And the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
So whatever you want to do, you can do it. There's going to be people getting kidnapped and held for ransom, all types of stuff.
A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
They're going to have the cities blocked off, either from martial law or either from these militias holding down their town, their little town.
For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled.
Right. America, they was prideful. They don't believe in the Most High. They don't follow after the law, statutes, commandments. They promote homosexuality. They promote bestiality.
And I was about to hit on when he said that the place is gonna be cut off, right? And also they're gonna have they're gonna have these little towns and stuff quarantined because they're gonna be releasing out these diseases. There's gonna be an epidemic, pandemic. It's gonna be a widespread of nothing but diseases going on that that your government is gonna push out. So that's another way that they're gonna quarantine these cities and towns.
It's called Dawn of the Dead.
Right. You ever seen the movie Contagion? Because basically what happened in the Center for Disease Control, basically they manufacture these diseases and they create the vaccines for these diseases and they keep them cryogenically frozen. And they still have vaccines for smallpox and tuberculosis till this day. And those diseases are supposed to be wiped out. So why do they have vaccines, thousands of vaccines for these diseases that supposedly don't exist anymore? That's because they plan on releasing them onto the public.
In order to create a disease, you gotta have a virus.
Yeah.
The virus is,
The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
So people's houses going to be getting ran into in the last days. And if the Lord ain't on your side, then it's just going to have to happen to you. They're going to come kill your kids, take your woman, or come kill all y'all and just take your food.
A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor.
Exactly. So even if you was my cousin, that's exactly what's going to have to happen. You're going to have to kill the cousin, your moms, your dads. It's going to bring back cannibalism. White people sure getting ready for that, because we know a few that said they was getting ready for it. So.
But shall destroy their houses with the sword.
Exactly.
And spoil their goods because of the lack of bread.
Exactly. So if you got something, the poor and needy gonna come and take it.
And for great tribulation.
Okay, jump to verse 49. I'll read it. This is 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 49. I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence. And that's the Lord talking. The Lord is the one orchestrating everything. The Lord gonna take the food away. The Lord gonna kill all the husbands when they go, when they implement the draft and have to go over there to Afghanistan, Iran, and fight.
And all these plagues are gonna happen one after another, like
simultaneously.
Right, like simultaneously, like what happened in Egypt.
To waste thy houses with destruction and death. Right, so the Lord's the one who's orchestrating everything. Okay. Go ahead.
Alright, this is Isaiah 32, because we mentioned the white man is basically going also to partake in his destruction and his famine, and so on and so forth. It's Isaiah 32:5. It says, "A vile person shall be no more called liberal," and that's your congressman, all the way down to your city aldermen, everybody underneath them. It says, "Nor the churl," and to be another word for churl is deceitful. Said to be bountiful, so they're not going to progress in this society. They're going to get it just like everybody else. It says, "For the vile person," which is the so-called white man, Edomites, and other nations, and the 2/3 will speak villainy, and that's just profane outside of the temple. And his heart, basically, America, the prosperity shall continue. It says, "And his heart will work iniquity to practice hypocrisy," and that's what they're doing now through their banking system and whatnot, "and to utter error against the Lord, to make empty the soul of the hungry," and that's what they do to our people in the churches, because they don't feed us the truth. It says, "And he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail." So that's your prosperity and your American dreams.